Oh, hey, there you are. Difficulty. It's always on my dates.
Here for a second there.
Why? So yeah, that's what we should have probably done it private because I'm gonna keep looking at the comments and it'll keep making me laugh.
Wait, explain.
Do the Swan King thing?
Swan King to me.
Okay, so like I posted a video because I'm downtown Orlando, and
Okay.
on Leola, they have swan boat rides, and I was walking around the lake, like a trail around the entire lake, swan boats, and I was like, I would love to take a beautiful woman, you know what I mean, like just as a first date. So I took a picture, and then like the first day I was in Zoomadise, I posted the picture, and it just one thing led to another between Jasmine and Kaysla, and just like all of a sudden I was the Swan King, and I've ate it up ever since. Like
There's
I'm just
nothing wrong with that. Have you ever been to Baltimore?
So I have not been to Baltimore actually. I've been to Boston.
So Baltimore has boats like that, but they're dragons.
Nice.
So I think a dragon might trump the Swan King.
A little bit more magical. But swans, you know, they're romantic, and I'm all about, you know, be out and showing her a good time. So
You can call me Daenerys.
Daenerys, that works. Demetrius, how about that?
No.
So did you catch the episode 8? Did you episode 6 at all? Like how much of it did you watch?
Me? I didn't watch any of it.
I need the leaks wanted to watch or not.
I don't know.
So what do you
my reception or yours, but you keep freezing and it's really hard to understand what you're saying.
It's not mine. I don't know.
You've been frozen for a long time.
This really sucks. I turned my Wi-Fi on hoping that would be better. I was thinking that my writer would be better, but I don't know.
Oh, there you are again.
You seem to be unfrozen now. So I see your hoops in the back. You said you had a filming today, right?
I'm some video of me hooping in my T-Rex costume.
Oh, so you haven't done it yet then?
Because I was on a virtual dating show, and I'm known for twerking in my inflatable T-Rex outfit now. So people want to see me hoop dance in the same outfit.
You'll have to send me the video once you film it. But no, you're really good. I want you to know that. Like you're really good. The video you sent me last night is really good. Like I was like kind of.
That was actually a really emotional.
I'm frozen again.
That was like, I don't even know how to explain that hoop dance. I was very, very emotional during that.
And everything, and your talent, like it just, trust me, like I had a tear streaming down my face.
Oh, sweet.
I was like, really, I'm so glad that she accepted the date because like she seems like somebody I would really be into. I mean, like I feel like we would.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way though, like I think our careers are, you know, what I mean, like our interests are very much. Even friendship would be awesome.
I love tattoos. I see you have one.
Oh, I have more than one. I
I have 6.
have 5. You got me by one.
And I'm working on drawing my half sleeve, so
Nice.
yeah.
Like I didn't draw this one, but it was it was drawn.
I designed this
so I'm
one.
the only. I like it.
Yeah. But my latest one was this one. So
The pinky swear, the pinky promise.
yeah. My roommate and I got this one together because we went through a lot of shit last year.
Stay off camera. Do your job right. But like, so have you and your friend that got the matching tattoo? Are you guys like still friends and stuff?
Yeah, I live with her.
Right. Well, like my thing is the one on my neck.
Uh-huh.
I got that matching with somebody else, and like I swear, like, a year later, we had this huge falling out, and we've like spoken maybe one time since then, and that was almost 10 years ago. And it's really, I was told that there's this like curse behind getting matching tattoos, and it's like, I wonder if there's
I
any
actually
truth to that.
have another one with another friend, and we're still okay with each other too, and that was 10 years ago.
Well, so that was it was the sad part about it is the fact that me and her, like, cause it was a girl, but we would never, like, we were just, I was in a fraternity and she was in this sorority,
Mm-hmm.
and like we went through, like,
You
we
were in
were
a fraternity?
Yes.
No.
Oh no.
No.
What?
Was it an academic fraternity or a fraternity?
It was a fraternity.
Oh boy, which one?
Popeye.
Okay.
We started at Yale, so you know, like our founders were pretty smart.
I didn't have Greek life at my undergrad, so I can't really say anything. I think I probably would have joined if I had the chance to, but I went to a really, really Christian college. I
Nice.
grew up
If you
super
heard or not,
religious and no longer super religious, but that's where I was at that point.
See, I'm the opposite. I wasn't back then, and I guess I'm not super now that I've ever had in my life. So,
I consider
like,
myself agnostic now.
really?
Yep.
What caused that change?
So I grew up Seventh-day Adventist. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I am a Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay. That until I was 24, 25, I was Seventh-day Adventist. I went to a Seventh-day Adventist school all through my undergrad. And it was just really intense. Like in undergrad, they made us go to 4 worships and church service every week. Like you had to swipe in with your ID card. So I just don't like the fact that you're forced to do it, I guess. I think it should be more. And
I didn't have that
burnt out.
experience. So no, I love the Sabbath. I love, you know, I pray.
That's why you said Happy
Friday.
Sabbath. I was confused because most people think like they worship on Sunday, and I was like, wait, he's saying Happy Sabbath now. That must mean he's. I was either like he's confused because it's quarantine, he doesn't know what day it is, or Friday night to Saturday night, that was the Sabbath, and we didn't do anything. Like no radio, no TV, no nothing. Yeah.
On Sabbath, but I don't watch TV. I don't buy or sell. I don't work unless I mean like it's like a serious like.
Do you eat
really needed
shrimp and lobster and stuff like that?
I don't anymore. I used to, and I don't eat pork either.
Yeah. I ate bacon for the first time last year.
How did you feel?
Okay, so when I cooked turkey bacon previous to this, like pork, my turkey bacon needs to be burnt crispy. And my friend that made me the real bacon, the pork bacon, it was still mushy. And it hated it.
It's, it's the Old Testament. It doesn't apply anymore. Blah blah blah. So I ate a lot of pork, and and so pork chops, bacon, all that. But when I really made the conviction to stop eating pork, like a month into it, like I messed up and I ate like a hot pocket or something I wasn't really thinking that would have pork in it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't thinking about it having pork in it, and like it literally tore me up.
Yeah.
Like your body definitely has to get used to pork, and I never knew that because I grew up eating it.
Well, I grew up vegan.
Yeah. Most 7-Day Adventists are.
Well, we were vegetarian primarily, but then my dad had cancer, and so for the whole like holistic approach to healing, our whole family went vegan.
Gotcha.
And it was vegan cheese does not melt the same as real cheese. It's disgusting. It's like rubber.
It is. But I will have to say on the at my home trip back in Indiana, they
Wait, Indiana? You froze again.
Why was that so exciting?
What part of Indiana? Because my undergrad was in Berrien Springs, Michigan, and it was like right on the border of Indiana.
Like right by South Bend?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Notre Dame.
Yep.
I'm from Ball State. Well, from Muncie, but Ball State,
Have you heard of Andrews University? Andrews. It's the Seventh-day Adventist college there.
Oh no. Is it up in St. South Bend?
It's Berrien Springs, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No, I have not actually heard it.
Like it's a whole different bubble there. When you go grocery shopping, the grocery stores don't sell meat.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to know that out a lot. Like
a whole
I definitely still eat I definitely I'll tear into some chicken still. I'm not even gonna lie. Love some chicken. Tuna.
I eat chicken, fish. What I actually don't eat pork because I don't like it.
Yeah. Wow. Frozen again. Okay. Yeah, that's the things like I used to love pork chops and bacon and all that, but once I made the commitment, like investigating, like the way it's processed and all that, I was just like, why did my parents ever do this to me? Why would anybody do this to their kids? Pork is so gross.
Yeah.
But that's so well, yeah. I guess because that's where the movement was really founded, was Michigan. So like, it makes complete sense.
Oh yeah, they have all kinds of historical things there, and it's interesting, but
I'm like your husband is. Sorry, when we freeze, I think you're done. Like. This is really sucking. I'm having a good time, and it's like this breaking. Are we there? Are we good?
You keep freezing, so I don't know like if you're still talking or not.
That's same thing here. Oh crap. Ugh.
Wait, okay, so I have to ask, who did you bring on the date with you?
I'm like stuck with like 8 guys. Like literally, we're like in a box.
Oh my
God. It started out with like 20 people. Like, well, if you watch the show, you'll see like one guy flips out and walks out. Another guy like got kicked out. Oh, well, we hadn't started filming yet when he left. So yeah, that wasn't in the show. But yeah, if you watch the show, like you'll see how crazy. None of us knew each other before we came here.
Really?
And like four of us have gotten really like super duper close. And we've
Someone
only been here,
wants to know what episode number the flip out happened.
Episode 4. And
I'm
episode 8 is going to have a fight in it as well. The first fight of the quarantine world will be the next episode. I actually filmed it earlier today. And the first Zoomadise
I don't know if I even want to broach the quarantine COVID subject with you because I don't know if I'll get mad at you.
I was worried about that too. I was like, I even said something to Jasmine last night. I was like, you know, throwing out the whole Britt thing because she's awesome. Like, but I think me and her might have a real totally different aspect of the COVID thing. And I really,
I get really heated and upset when people propose conspiracy theories and stuff like that because I've been I've seen it. Like, I've seen it firsthand.
And I totally understand and respect that. Like, for me, it's hard because I know at least 3,000 people intimately throughout, like from Boston to San Francisco. Like, and not a one person I know of has even gotten it, let alone died from it. So like, I'm not saying the virus isn't real, and I'm not saying that there aren't people out there like really suffering, but like, did we really have to be extreme?
I don't know if I should answer that question.
I mean, it's not. If you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. Sure.
It bugs me that people aren't taking it serious enough because you can be asymptomatic and still spread it to. So I work with geriatrics. I'm passionate about geriatrics. You can still spread it to them and then they die because they're more susceptible, or people who have underlying conditions. Fun fact, I was isolated in the hospital about a month and a half ago because they thought I had COVID. And it was the most horrifying experience. My test took 9 days to come back. They wouldn't let me see anybody, let my roommate bring me clothes. They kept telling me every single day they would come in the room and be like, your test is coming back today so you can go home. No, I was in the hospital for like 8.5 days before they sent me home. And now they're saying like I'm in this whole insurance battle because it's just a mess. Like, if you've seen it firsthand, it sucks. And then people are walking around that are young and healthy because they're like, oh, we're invincible. That's not the point. The point is you can somebody else and you cannot have symptoms and you can be fine, but you're killing other people.
Like, for me, like the whole spring breaker thing that went down here in Florida, the spring breakers
that pissed me off so.
Yeah, like I was like that even got to me. Like I'm not that extreme. Like, but for me, I'm scared that we're not gonna be able to from the fallout of like the economic fallout. Like, not that I
get that concern. But essentially I feel like the leadership of our country, which I will not mention his name because I do not support, drop the ball.
Neither do I.
Correctly. And now at this point, it's like the Hunger Games. They're sacrificing generations of people because they're like, oh, well, fuck you, good luck.
I mean, it's not funny, but it is.
I'm done. I swear.
Yeah, like I totally, Trump has just been a mess.
Well, it makes me gag every time I hear it.
I mean, his first week in office, they were like trying to like start this whole alternative facts thing. Like, we offered alternative facts for that. I'm like, it's not a thing. Alternative fact is a lie. It's or fiction. You can't have an alternative fact. So yeah, I've never been on the Trump board or train. And
so I don't know if you saw this or if anyone else did. There, I think it was last week or the week before, Pence delivered PPE to a nursing home in Alexandria. and it's the nursing home that I was affiliated with, and half the boxes were empty.
Okay, here's another thing. I'm from Indiana. I tried to warn people about my kids. I said,
healthcare setting. What are you doing?
That's where the conspiracy theory comes in. I'm like, our leaders aren't wearing masks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they know it's not as bad as they want us to think it is.
He will never be my leader.
But he was not my leader when he was our governor in Indiana. And I tried and tried and tried. I was like, look, he messed up one state. Do you really want to give him the chance to mess up 50?
Been there, done that.
So it was.
Take that off the list.
But yeah, I'm glad that you did, have the conversation with me. But I will, move on to another.
I'm definitely one for having productive conversations. It gets heated, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell anyone that they're stupid or what. I'm not going to get ugly. However, I'm
still working with the Lord on that one. I have a tendency when it gets really I'm really heated and I just nowhere in my brain just computes what the other person's saying. I have been so stupid, and that is one of my character flaws.
I'm just trying to understand where the other person's coming from, and you also have to consider what level of education they have. How informed are they? Do they have the opportunities that I've had to educate myself about it? I'm very understanding. I guess I'm a really empathetic person, so I'm not going to be the first one to be like, oh, you're stupid. Maybe you just haven't had the resources, Well,
as far as empathy goes, yes, I have very big, heart for, and I'm very empathetic with most people, but when I'm sitting there, just some of the things I've heard and seen since all this started, you could not have been born on planet Earth. I mean, it's even in the beginning that when they were saying, okay, the toilet paper thing. Really? My boss had 198 rolls of toilet paper, and he lived alone. I'm like, you have enough.
He has a hobby where he uses it for something else.
It's like,
all right, we're changing subjects.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt, but just giving y'all a 5-minute warning, okay?
Okay.
Hey, if you'd have lasted 30 more seconds, she could have changed it for you.
Okay.
So, you went to school at a Seventh-day Adventist college. That is awesome. What is your actual major? I know nursing, or what was your actual focus? Oh.
I'm a medical speech language pathologist.
And exactly what does that mean? So, what can you go into?
Most of the time people think speech therapists, they work with kids and they treat articulation disorders. So correcting lisps and teaching kids how to say R's and all that stuff. Since I work in the medical field, I don't even know if you're there still.
Yeah.
I work with adults in geriatrics. So in my setting, we diagnose and treat disorders related to 5 different areas: speech, language, swallowing, cognition, and voice. And gotcha. I work with trach and ventilator dependent patients, so primarily doing swallowing and voice therapy. You're on a ventilator, you don't have a voice, but there's a speaking valves that you can put in line with the tubing on the ventilators to give someone their voice back.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel so unaccomplished now.
What do you do?
I'm an actor.
Okay.
You were in 2 live.
Yes.
All right. Well, at this point, my biggest The Express.
Okay.
It started Dennis Quaid, and it came out in 2008. But I did that up in Chicago. I've been on stage, theatrical acting, since I was 12. I went to school for it, Vincennes, Indiana, Vincennes University. I should have went to Ball State, but I was born and raised in Muncie and wanted the hell out. I've always just been big on traveling. And are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. Like 37 states, and I've spent like time in all of them, like California,
California
basically Boston.
My favorite.
Really? What part of California?
Well, I went there for 2 weeks. We went to Yosemite, which I would just die to just camp there forever. And then we did the road trip down Route 1.
Okay. I didn't get to do Route. I didn't get to do Route 1 or Yosemite, which I would love to go to Yosemite. But to see the San Bernardino Valley, I spent a little time in LA, spent the night in San Francisco, and spent 2 months in Fresno.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
I loved Monterey Bay. I don't know if you made it there.
I didn't.
It was really cute.
But, I mean, it's just really just a whole different world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird how, like, the East Coast is kind of hard.
So it's like you go to the West Coast and you're transported into this, like, just more friendly, laid back, go with the flow type atmosphere.
Yeah.
I felt home there for, I don't know, it was weird.
I kind of did too.
I got there and I was like, wow, I'm home.
Like Florida's been really cool too, but it's a little bit like more aggressive than I guess California. But then again, I guess it really depends on where you're at.
Try living in DC.
That's the one big like major city I've not been to. Because I mean, there's a couple others, but as far as like as prominent to the United States of America, like DC is like probably the
okay, but I could show you some places that most people don't know about. Yeah.
Well, if you're willing to take me around, I will come up and we can go. I will take a tour with DC with you if you'll do it.
There's a phenomenal art exhibit that combines art and technology, and it's the shit.
Actually, Lake Eola, where the swan boats are, there is an exhibit at the other end of the lake that is like it moves 24 hours a day. It's really interesting. It's huge and it like looks like a technological puzzle. And it's
you need to go on a dragon boat.
A what?
We need to take you on the dragon boats. It'll change life.
I'm all about it. Let's do it. The Lincoln Memorial is something I've always wanted to see.
Hi guys.
You've really never seen it. Wow.
Not in person.
For coming. Just remember to update your diaries with your thoughts from today's date, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah. Bye, Britt.
See you later.
Bye.